The Island Boys are cooked. They really just broke into 6ix9ine's crib, put the strap to his mama's face, and held her while they looted the whole house. Yo, what's good, fam? Your boy is back with some absolutely wild breaking news that's got the whole internet going crazy right now. We're talking about some leaked footage that just dropped, and let me tell you, this is some next level shit that's about to change everything we thought we knew about that home invasion at 6ix9ine's crib. Now, before we dive deep into this madness, make sure y'all smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell because the content we're about to break down is straight up crazy, no cap. So check this out. We all heard about what went down at 6ix9ine's Florida mansion, right? 4 armed gunmen rolled up on his spot while he was out streaming with the goofy kid Jack Doherty.
All right, you know the fucking vibes. We outside. Here with my boy Jack.
Yes, sir.
Fresh home.
They held his 60-year-old mother at gunpoint and ransacked the whole place looking for cash, jewelry, and car keys. That was the story we all knew. But now we got some leaked footage that's about to flip this whole narrative upside down. The timing of this whole situation was calculated as hell, fam. 6ix9ine was live on stream with Jack Doherty. Fresh out of jail, Jack Doherty. And these dudes were watching that stream in real time. They knew exactly when he left the house. They knew his security was with him. And they knew his mom's was home alone. That's some next level surveillance type shit right there. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. TMZ leaked some footage from inside the house during the robbery, and fans on social media have been going full detective mode, analyzing every single frame, and what they found is about to blow your mind. In this leaked footage, you can clearly hear one of the robbers calling another robber Red. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Red is literally one of the Island Boys' names. We're talking about Kodiak Red, one half of that viral duo that blew up a few years back with their wild antics and colorful hair. But it doesn't stop there, gang. The internet detectives took this investigation to a whole other level. They started analyzing how these robbers walk, how they talk, how they stand, and even their body language. And according to multiple breakdowns that are going viral right now, the mannerisms match up perfectly with the Island Boys. Let me break this down for you piece by piece because this is some CSI level analysis that fans are doing. First, the way one of the robbers walks, that distinctive swagger, that particular stance, it's matching up with footage of the Island Boys from their music videos and social media posts. We're talking about specific details like how they position their shoulders, how they move their hands when they talk, even the rhythm of their steps. The gait analysis that these internet detectives are doing is honestly more thorough than some forensic investigations. They're pulling up old Instagram stories, TikTok videos, even paparazzi footage of the Island Boys walking around Miami and comparing it frame by frame with the leaked robbery footage. The way Kodiak Red specifically walks with that slight lean to the left, the way he swings his arms, it's all there in the footage. Then there's the voice analysis. Even though the robbers were trying to disguise their voices, fans are saying they can hear those distinctive Florida accents and speech patterns that match the Island Boys' way of talking. The way they pronounce certain words, the slang they use, even the tone, it's all lining up. One fan even ran the audio through voice recognition software and claimed it was a 78% match to Kodiak Red's voice patterns from his interviews. Now, let's talk about motive because this is where everything starts making sense. The Island Boys, real names Frankie and Alex Venegas, they've been struggling financially for a minute now. The money isn't coming in like it used to when they first went viral. Their music career never really took off the way they hoped. Their social media engagement has been dropping, and word on the street is they've been having some serious financial problems. Think about it. These dudes went from being internet sensations, making bank-off appearances and social media deals, to basically being forgotten about. That viral fame money dried up quick. And now they're looking at 6ix9ine, who's still pulling in millions despite all his legal troubles, still flashing cash in expensive cars on social media. The Island Boys were reportedly making around $50,000 per appearance at their peak, but now they're lucky if they can book a club gig for a few thousand. Meanwhile, 6ix9ine is out here buying his mom Lamborghinis and throwing around $1 million cash gifts like it's nothing. That type of contrast can drive desperate people to do desperate things. But here's what makes their financial situation even more dire. They've been involved in multiple legal issues that have been draining their resources. Court fees, lawyer costs, and various settlements have been eating into whatever money they had saved up. Plus, their management dropped them after several controversial incidents, leaving them without proper guidance or legitimate income streams. The jealousy and desperation could have easily pushed them to make a move like this. 6ix9ine has been all over social media, showing off his Florida mansion, his expensive cars, his jewelry, and stacks of cash. He literally gave his mom a Lamborghini and $1 million in cash for her birthday. For dudes who are going broke, watching someone else live that lavish lifestyle while you're struggling, that's motive right there. But here's what makes this even more messed up. 6ix9ine's 60-year-old mother was the one who got caught up in this whole situation. This woman, who doesn't speak much English, who goes to church every week, who's just a God-fearing lady trying to live her life, got held at gunpoint because her son made himself a target. The leaked footage shows these masked gunmen holding this elderly woman outside while they ransacked the house. Can you imagine the terror she must have felt? This woman has already been through enough. 6ix9ine mentioned before that people tried to kidnap her while she was walking the dog. Now she's dealing with armed robbers in her own home. What's particularly disturbing about the footage is how you can see this poor woman's hands shaking as she's being held outside. She's clearly terrified, probably doesn't understand what's happening or why, and these dudes are just treating her like she's nothing. That's somebody's grandmother, somebody's mother, and she's being traumatized because her son can't stop flashing his wealth online. The psychological impact on 6ix9ine's mother is something that's not being talked about enough. This woman has now been targeted twice because of her son's lifestyle. First, there was the attempted kidnapping while she was walking the dog. Imagine being an elderly woman just trying to walk your pet and having strangers try to grab you off the street. Now this home invasion where she's held at gunpoint in her own home. What's even crazier is how these dudes got the drop on 6ix9ine's location. He's been doing way too much content from his crib, showing off the whole house, giving tours to YouTubers like Trap Lore Ross and Bubble 100 times TMZ already exposed his address when the feds raided his place back in March. The man has been making himself an easy target. The house tours that 6ix9ine has been giving are like a blueprint for potential robbers. He's showing off where he keeps his cars, where his studio is located, the layout of the house. Even security blind spots Trap Lore Ross literally drove up in a bright green Lamborghini and filmed the entire exterior of the property. That footage is still up on YouTube for anyone to see. 6ix9ine was literally bragging about going everywhere by himself with no security. He said on stream, "I go everywhere by myself. The streets is a lie, they not gangsters." Well, look how that worked out for him. While he was out proving how tough he was, his mother was getting terrorized in their own home. The investigation that fans are doing on social media is wild though. They're comparing walking patterns, voice recordings, even analyzing the height and build of the robbers in the footage and matching it to the Island Boys' physical characteristics. Some of these breakdowns are more thorough than what actual police departments do. One Twitter thread that's going viral shows side-by-side comparisons of how the Island Boys stand in their music videos versus how the robbers are positioned in the leaked footage. The similarities are honestly pretty striking. The way they hold their hands, the way they tilt their heads, even the way they move when they're talking. It's all matching up. But the most damning evidence might be the jewelry analysis. Fans noticed that one of the robbers is wearing what appears to be the same distinctive chain that Kodiak Red was spotted wearing in recent Instagram posts. We're talking about a custom piece with specific engravings that would be nearly impossible to replicate. The chain is partially visible under the robber's hoodie, and the design matches perfectly with photos of Kodiak Red from just weeks before the robbery. There's also the matter of their recent social media activity. Both Island Boys went completely silent on all their platforms right around the time of the robbery, which is unusual for them since they're typically posting multiple times per day. Their last posts before going dark were from Miami, which is only about an hour drive from 6ix9ine's Palm Beach area mansion. The getaway vehicle analysis is another piece of the puzzle. Witnesses reported seeing a white sedan speeding away from the scene, and fans have found Instagram stories from the Island Boys showing them in a similar white car just days before the incident. The license plate isn't clearly visible in either the witness footage or the social media posts, but the make and model appear to match. But let's keep it real. This is still speculation until we get official confirmation. However, the evidence that fans are presenting is pretty compelling. The voice saying red,
You're right. Yo, you're right. Yo,
the matching mannerisms, the financial motive, the timing, the jewelry, the social media silence, it's all adding up to paint a pretty clear picture. What's really messed up about this whole situation is that 6ix9ine can't even have proper security. He explained in interviews that he's not allowed to have armed security due to his legal situation and the terms of his supervised release. So he's got this mansion, he's flashing money and expensive cars, he's making himself a target on social media, but he can't properly protect himself or his family. The legal restrictions on 6ix9ine are actually pretty extensive. He's on supervised release, which means he has to get permission for certain activities, can't associate with known criminals, and has limitations on his security arrangements. This puts him in a vulnerable position where he's highly visible and wealthy, but can't take the same security precautions that other celebrities in his position would normally take. The fact that his mother has now been victimized twice, first with the attempted kidnapping while walking the dog, and now this home invasion, shows just how dangerous 6ix9ine's lifestyle has become for everyone around him. This woman should never have to go through this because of her son's choices. And if it really is the Island Boys behind this, that makes it even more tragic. These are dudes who had their own moment of fame, who could have built something legitimate, but instead, they allegedly chose to terrorize an innocent elderly woman for some quick cash. They went from viral internet stars to potentially armed robbers. That's a fall from grace that's hard to comprehend. The leaked footage is apparently being analyzed by law enforcement now, and with all the social media detective work pointing toward the Island Boys, it might not be long before we get some official answers. The internet has basically done half the police work already. Law enforcement agencies are actually starting to pay attention to these crowdsourced investigations because they often uncover details that traditional investigative methods might miss. What's crazy is how this whole thing went down while 6ix9ine was live streaming. These robbers were literally watching his stream, timing their move perfectly. They knew he was out, they knew his security was with him, and they knew exactly when to strike. That level of planning shows this wasn't some random robbery. This was targeted and calculated. The streaming aspect adds another layer to this whole situation. 6ix9ine was essentially providing real-time intelligence to potential criminals about his whereabouts and security status. Every time he goes live, he's basically announcing to the world that he's not at home and that his property might be vulnerable. The Island Boys, if they're really behind this, picked the wrong target though. 6ix9ine might be controversial, but his fan base is loyal, and now they're out here doing full investigations, analyzing footage, and basically building a case against whoever did this to his mother. The power of social media investigation is something that criminals probably don't fully appreciate until it's too late. This story is still developing, and the implications go way beyond just this one incident. We're seeing how social media fame can create both opportunities and vulnerabilities, how financial desperation can drive people to extreme actions, and how the internet can become a powerful tool for justice when traditional law enforcement might be moving too slowly. The broader conversation here is about the responsibility that comes with flashing wealth online. When you're constantly showing off expensive items, cash, and luxury lifestyle, you're not just entertaining your audience, you're also advertising to potential criminals. 6ix9ine's case is an extreme example, but it's a cautionary tale for anyone with a significant online presence. Make sure y'all stay tuned because this is about to get even crazier. The evidence keeps mounting, more details are emerging, and law enforcement is reportedly close to making arrests.